Hello everybody and welcome back to Frostpunk. Here when we're starting to get into the later stages of the game and things are getting tough, temperatures are continuing to drop and we are having a big influx of new refugees. Not that's a bad thing because we can put them to work, but it does mean we need to cater for them with more housing, with more supplies. We need to get more food for them, and I'm kind of worried that the food that we're hunting might eventually run out. So I'm going to actually get a couple of cookhouses down, hopefully somewhere warm, within just about being range. Here and here. They're not adjacent to the street at the moment, but we can make them as such. That's not a huge conundrum. Because I'm just aware that if we run out of food, it could be in a big concern. It requires raw food, that's fine. We don't have any issues. Oh no, I just made cookhouses, didn't I? No, stop that. That was a mistake. Cancel that. I wanted to make hothouses, not cookhouses. That was the wrong one. Hothouse. Oh my god, they're blooming huge. Thankfully they're still just about in range of the heater. And of course we will end up putting heaters in there if it's not hot enough, but this steam hub is kind of our new working area for the time being. I'm just aware that if the food from the animals runs out because it gets too cold, then we're in real trouble. I'm also concerned that things will get very, very cold very, very soon indeed. We could probably build ourselves another automaton as soon as it turns daytime. Let's move Captain, and let's move people. Our Captain is counting on us. I really hope so. Okay, they can make me another steam core as soon as it turns daytime. So they should do so momentarily. There we go. They're making another steam. Sorry, not another steam core. I'm all over the place today. Another automaton, which is going to be very useful in the long run when we have to bunker down in the cold. And we're just about to go to 60 degrees, down to 70 degrees here. People are cold at home, understandably. A lot of the medical posts and cookhouses are going to be too cold to work in. I could put this on overdrive, but my concern is if I do that, we're just going to have another cold period incoming after that. We've would have upgraded things. If we put the heaters back on, that should hopefully do the trick. I turned them off at the time because I thought we could save on some coal, but we're going to just have to turn things back on now. Unfortunately, it's just inevitable, but we need people to be able to work in there. Places of employment, certainly places like medical posts and cooking facilities need to stay on around the clock, unfortunately. This place will be too chilly, but that's fine once it's built. There shouldn't be as much of a problem. Let's also have a look at, because there's still a couple of tents around somewhere, I think. Do we still have any tents at all? Let's just have a look. We still have 2 tents down there, which I'd like to fix. I'm going to turn that medical post back on. This is going to require more coal off us, understandably, but we will just have to find a way forward. We do need to resolve the situation with the incoming refugees. More and more people coming in. We might have made a mistake accepting them, but we're just going to have to deal with the consequences of that action. Sawmill, there's no one in there at the moment, but how are we doing for wood? Do we have any wood income at all? No, we don't. We need somewhere warm enough for people to work in. In fact, we can put our new automaton on wood. I think that's probably what we'll do. Unless our coal situation is getting dire, which it kind of is. Wonderful. How are things doing? Oh my goodness, things are so cold now. People are very cold in the prison. We'll put that heater back on. Just looking at the Hunter's Hut. I mean, I don't mind the Hunter's Hut being cold because they're not at their place of work for the most part. Oh, goodness me. As soon as some new tech comes in, we need to think of maybe about trying to upgrade some just heating in general. I can extend the range of the heater, but that doesn't do that much for me, to be honest. I mean, it would help clear up some of this outer range and make it better, but not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest. Let's get another bunkhouse down on those tents. So people will be temporarily homeless, but they'll get better accommodation going forward, and I think that is important. It's an important step. We are going to actually save some resources by dismantling certain things. New automaton has been built. Excellent. Can we put it to work? There's a is that our only sawmill, or is there another one somewhere? Because if that's our only sawmill, I probably shouldn't dismantle it. Where's it gone? There's a gathering post there. That's still just about warm enough. The skull thumper's cold. We'll have to turn the heating on pretty much everywhere. That cookhouse as well. Right. Steam coal mine has been researched. I'm hoping we can just build over the old ones. That'd be quite useful, to be honest with you. Yes, it looks like we can. Which means we can use the automatons to just to purely extract more coal. I think that'll be the best thing we can do there. That requires 2 steam cores. Quite a bit of metal, but we should have some metal coming in soonish. We can upgrade to steam coal mines. That's okay. In the meantime, what can we do that's useful? We can also get a new tech underway, which we're going to need to do. Improved heaters. Raise the temperature of workplaces by 2 levels. Each heater consumes 2 coal when running. Oh, it's not ideal. But a lot of... Well, it's only in the workplace though. I was kind of hoping that'd be more all over the place, but I guess not. Coal mining optimization, 10% more efficient. It's good, but it's not perhaps completely needed. I would still like to keep making more automatons, that's for sure. But I feel like we need to focus more on buildings and heat at this point in time. Improved heaters might be good. We only need 20 steel for that. It's not going to take too long for us to get. Because it's only going to get cold when cold as time goes on. Then we're in real trouble. People are cold at home, understandably. Even in bunkhouses they're chilly. What do we need to actually get them onto proper housing, I wonder? This one, house. Okay, we could do that. We could also work on cookhouse installation, infirmary, healthcare installation would be useful as well. Okay, we probably have a lot to do here in food, health and shelter, that's for sure. Yeah, let's focus on that. Once we have the relevant steel, that'd be good. Where is our... we do have a sawmill somewhere. I know it's here somewhere. It's going to be near the trees. Oh, there's a sawmill. We'll put the automaton in there. Because it's too cold for people to really work in at the moment. And I'm going to put some workers in the hothouse. We'll turn the generators on so it's cold enough for people to work. It's just about warm enough for people to work in. I know it's cold, it's not perfect by any means. Is an automaton working there? No, workers are working there. It's fine. In this hothouse, I'm going to put... it's pretty much it. Okay, the children are not going to produce that much food from there. If I put workers in, they can probably do a much better job. Not necessarily. Really, actually, it's probably quite a safe job for children to do. Producing 3 food per hour is not awful. And we can put the children to work, so I think we'll do that. I'm concerned about our coal economy now, though. Yeah. Blimey. What do we need to actually upgrade the coal? We need the steam coal. We need more steel. We have steel coming back soon, and then I'm going to upgrade both of those. I think that's actually more important than the tech we have coming in. But I think we can actually do that now. Ooh, what did I want to do? Do I want to do cookhouse installation, houses, infirmary, healthcare installation, flying hunters? Oh, there's so much to choose from. People need to be able to survive. People need to live in their houses. We're going to research houses as a tech, I think. I'm just concerned about our coal production, that's for sure. I don't know if we can actually build any more coal. We can build more coal thumpers. There's not quite enough space there, sadly. There's a coal pile here, isn't there? There's a coal deposit there, so we could fundamentally we could put some more steel coal mines down that part of the world. But we'll just have to see how that goes. We just need to wait for a little bit more. It is going to require some more steam cores. It's not perfect by any means. But otherwise we're not going to have the coal to survive. We're consuming a lot. It's kind of getting to a crisis point now. I don't know if we're going to be able to manage going forward, but we're going to bloody well try. At least we have no more tents now. At least the tents have now been upgraded to something a bit more reasonable. What do we have here? The automaton's a letter of thanks. Sir, an engineer is here to see you. He has a letter from his team. My workers asked me to deliver this. They're plain people, also reads like bad poetry. But the gist of this, they want to thank you, sir. The sight of this automaton working tirelessly in the inhuman cold, where previously they toiled and suffered, is something worth living for. That's why I'm continuing to try and get more automatons out before we reach crisis point. I could turn on our heater onto overdrive, and it doesn't cost me anything extra, but it's only going to get colder as time goes on. We're just about managing at the moment. I want to save it for the really cold periods before people start to die, which they will do. Okay, oh, we have more people coming back. That's not ideal. Well, let's let them back in, and then we'll have to see how that goes. Refugees from Frostland, the second wave. Another huge group of refugees arrived in even worse condition than the previous one. Many of them victims of frostbite. They all talk about a huge storm coming from the south. Everyone's welcome. 25 of them are gravely ill. Discontent will rise if I let them in. Hope will fall if I turn them away. Discontent will rise slightly, and hope will fall slightly if I let them in. Oh, what do I do here? Only the healthy ones. Everyone else, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to take the hit. I'm so very sorry. Oh, let's go back to normal. I don't know why we were on fast speed there. Heating problem, cold homes. Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperature in their homes. The quite sensibly point out it's easy to fall ill when it's cold and ask you to address the problem. We can heat all the homes, 34 cold homes within 24 hours, and keep them heated for 2 days. We can heat some of the homes, and we won't address this. So we're going to try heat some of them. And how long do we need? Okay, we need to secure that. I think what we'll do then, we will temporarily turn the overdrive on, and that should fix that problem. I don't know how long we have. We have to keep it on for a little while. And if I turn it off now... Oh no! No. Oh, I made such a mistake. Okay, turn that back on. That was such a mistake. Let's get people back to normal. Oh dear. Okay, people are warm now, which is good. People are genuinely comfortable to live in. Promise broken, unpopular decision. Not good. Not good at all. Is there anything we can do here to kind of give ourselves some more hope? Or less discontent? Nothing there. We've done kind of the majority of things in here. People will sometimes be killed in a duel, but I'm going to sign the dueling law. Because I don't particularly mind if people duel. If we lose 1 or 2 people, so be it. You know, people need the right to duel. That was a mistake, that was for sure. Okay, how are we doing now? As soon as that metal is back... Oh, a duel is taking place. That's cool. I don't know where... Did they make are they making another automaton? I might have accidentally told them to make another automaton there. Yes, they are. Okay, that's fine. We'll just have to find another solution. Because this can only take 1, this coal part. It's not ideal. But so I'm going to make it a good one, the steam coal mine. And that's going to be on a later working hours because we bloody well need it. We're gonna need the coal. It's the simple truth of the matter. It's not a coal thumper though, so I'm not sure. We'll have to see if we want to kind of find a... We're going to have to find a solution somehow. And I don't know what the best way to do that is. Hopefully our guys out here can get us some more stuff. We do have some more refugees coming in. But we do also have more steel and more food coming in, which is nice as well. So I don't really need to focus on steel for the most part. I just need to focus overwhelmingly on coal. I'm wondering if there's a coal depot out here somewhere. Because eventually we might just need to stop getting... We just might need to stop getting steel externally and just kind of work on it as best possible. In terms of kind of the steel we have around the place. We can get more coal thumpers, and presumably we can put we might be able to put the children to work in them. It's not going to be all too good for morale, but needs must. We're kind of in crisis point now. That's not going to be quite in range for straight any of that heater. So the thing which is this bunkhouse, okay, people living in, medical post people living in. People are warm at the moment, but we're going to have to turn that off eventually. I was trying to do that while we get rid of those temporary modifiers which are kind of working against us somewhat. I could set up a bunch more coal thumpers and just put some more... Put one more steam thumper, like one more steam area down. And that would at least get us some more coal. But it still may not be enough. But I think we have to... try. We just need a bit more steel coming in, but it's too late at night now for people to be working. Although we do have more steel coming in at some point soon. But we're definitely in a... 10 hours on our coal supply. Oh god. Okay, we didn't have people working in there, which was a mistake. We do have another automaton coming in fairly soon, don't we? Yes, it's nearly done. I don't know how much coal that's going to generate. Hopefully enough, we'll have to see. As soon as it turns daytime, we'll get a better kind of understanding or idea of how things are going. But yeah, we're on a bit of a knife edge here, that's for sure. Scouts reached the supply depot, wood and raw food. They found, searching the shack, we found plenty of valuable supplies. 245 wood and 47 food. We've also found a wrecked vehicle. Let me go speak to them again. The box-like shape is sticking out of the snow. It's only 6 hours, we may as well send them. Hopefully it's not kind of an explosive or anything like that. As soon as it's daytime now. It's too cold there. Even now, it's still too cold. Really, they're only extracting 18. If I put an automaton in there, I can hopefully extract a little bit more. New automaton has now been built. Excellent. Waiting for workers, so it will make its way over there. I don't know how much it's going to extract for us, but I really hope enough. I don't know what... let's actually have a look at our new automaton. What's it called? The Mark IV Celt. Very nice. Oh, that gives us 39 coal now. That might just save us. Oh, look at that. Even just one of those has absolutely saved us there. So actually, if I can get like one more down, that might really help us out a lot. Because the automatons are really capable of working these much better mines. They do, of course, require a lot of steam cores. It's not ideal. And really the only place we can get steam cores now is one of our outpost teams. And I think probably we'll have to take the guy off steel fairly soon. Because we still do have some steelworks operational. We've got 2 steelworks here. Both with workers, not automatons. So we are still generating enough steel. So I think once this batch of iron gets back, not iron, steel, then I think we will switch them over to steam cores for a little while, because I think we're going to need them. Hope and discontent is... Well, discontent is rather low, but hope is not ideal in any sense of the word. And eventually we're going to have to turn off this overdriving heater, because it's, you know, if it blows over, then we're in no chance of actually winning. In fact, we'll very much lose. Do I want to make some prosthesis? How many amputees do we have? 20. You know what? For now, they can make some prosthesis. Get some people back to work, and it might actually improve hope. I'm happy for them to build some of those for the time being. Not that we... But the thing is, we have a lot of workers who aren't doing anything at the moment anyway. So arguably, we don't particularly need someone back at work. I'm just wondering if it's going to give us any modifier boosts at all. Scans to reach the vehicle, which is in a second. Steel and coal, excellent. Whilst disassembling the ready to salvage what we could from it, we found a hidden cache of supplies. We've also managed to find a damaged snow cat on a stone ship. Okay. A vehicle wrecked by an explosion, no parts scattered around it. That feels worrisome. And a stone ship. Let's go to the stone ship first. These guys are going... Oh yes, they're going out to the walled colony here. I want to see if they're survivors. We might just need to not take them. We have a lot of people here. And we don't really have the means to help them all. Insufficient resources to construct a standalone building. Any conversion of existing... Yeah, that's fine. That's going to cost us 6 wood, 32 steel and 1 steam core. So we're going to temporarily stop our supply of coal from that one, but that's okay. A new upgrade underway. The more automatons we have out and about, the less we have to do when the snow comes in. As long as we have food, as long as we have coal, nothing else should matter. Of course it's going to. But, you know, we can try. How are we doing now for food production? Could we stop bringing in 100 a day? I kind of feel like we can't. Or if we gain 100 a day... If I was to turn off the food outpost team and instead... If I was to turn off the food outpost team... and instead send them out to get some steam cores... that might be our kind of best option, I think. Because we get 100 food every day, but currently we're actually pretty good on food rations. So we might even want to think about another resource post? Something like that, although that does require more steel of us. Ooh, we got an achievement. Once more onto the breach. That's going to be to do with our prosthesis. Has that actually helped with our discontent at all? No, so I'm just going to turn them... I'm just going to make sure the factory's not producing more of those. Because I genuinely think at the moment we have enough workers to not justify needing more. So I'll put them back onto automatons when they have enough. But I think we can probably... I'm hoping we can move the food off to somewhere else. Scouts have reached the exile colony. Let's go have a look. Ah, survivors. Numerous snow shelters expertly built from blocks of hard-packed snow, huddled around cold, burnt-out campfires. A deathly silence hangs over the colony. Dying exiles. Some of the exiles are alive, just barely. We could try to bring them to our city, although they might die on the way. One of the dying held a diary to his chest. We read the last entry. Exiled from Tessa City, with food and fuel running out, we send the strongest among us to search for help. They're our last hope. We're afraid this refers to the poor Yankees we buried. We can send the exiles to the city. It's more children we don't need. We can abandon them to their fate, or we can rob them. What do we do? I don't think our city can justify taking more people. It's not great. We left the exiles to their fate. When we were about to exit the snow house, some of the exiles stirred from their death-like slumber and seeing us started to bless their absent friends for bringing help. We went outside on some pretense. They marched out of the colony without looking back. That's sad. That's sad, but I didn't really see what option we had at all. I don't know where our other outpost team is. Are they out and about? From the food? We're going to dismantle that outpost. And we're going to send them to get some steam cores. It's only one every day, but the kind of higher level tech, we're going to need it, I think. If we survive, this is going to be an absolute miracle. We need to probably research something new while we can. Cookhouse installation might be useful. Whorehouse installation might be better, I think, because I want our food production to still run. I'm concerned the hunting will not be enough eventually. More refugees. Third group of refugees is here. They're on the verge of collapse, exhausted by the journey, and by tending to the gravely ill and injured with them. Their leader, Nansen, isn't among them. We're evacuating everyone we can, but many stay behind with those who are too ill to travel. Nansen amongst them. God have mercy, the great frost is coming. Shall we let them in? Discontent will rise considerably if we let them in. Discontent will rise slightly and hope will fall. Or hope will fall. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What looms ahead? Sir, we can now see what the refugees are coming from. We're running from. The Great Frost is coming. We have to prepare. Our scientists say they can calculate the severity of the storm from observations. They just need a day or two to prepare their instruments and install them in the beacon. That's a worry. Research beacon. This is terrible. We will answer for this before court. We will. But if we took those people in, we would not stand a chance. Is it here that we need to check it? Stereoscopic lens. Is it exploration industry? Ooh, we can get engineer automatons. Okay, there it is. Oh, that requires 100 steel. Oh god. Okay, these guys come back soon. We'll try save some. Actually, we'll let them build another automaton. I think we're going to need it. And also we'll probably build a new... We'll upgrade this coal mine as well. But I think we're going to need all the automatons possible, really. Eventually we're going to have to turn this off and discontent and hope it's going to fall. And I'm concerned it's going to fall too far if I turn it off. I turned it off. Oh boy. We are on the knife edge to a real situation occurring, and I'm not looking forward to it. Oh, something else has happened. Ah, they've arrived. Okay, they're going to build an outpost here, and they're going to get me steam cores. Because steam cores are needed for more expensive buildings, and they're needed for automatons, both of which are going to be the things to keep us alive. Oh boy. Okay, we're still just about in profit for food. We might switch to soup should the need arise. But I'm really just want to get coal sorted, because without coal, nothing else matters. If we don't have heat, nothing else matters at all. I hope these scouts up here survive as well. I think they're building a new automaton, which is good. Work is done for the day. Can you build me a new steam core? Yes, you can. Wonderful. That's going to upgrade. It's costly, and it's going to turn off our coal production for the time being, but it'll be worth it. In the meantime, we can probably put one of the automatons to do something else. No, they're still kind of there. Oh, it's only 50 degrees now. Since when did that... I didn't realise that kind of went more positive. Okay, it's good that we turned the heater off then. That period between when it goes down to minus 70, that's going to be a real issue there. A distinct spot in Frostpunk. We can use it as a waypoint for further exploration. Our scout hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. See at the moment. So we're going to send them to the damaged snowcat. I really hope they don't die, because if they do, they've got a lot of tech. They've got a lot of stuff on them. They've got food, coal, wood, and steel, all of which we're going to need. How long? Okay, we've got 8 days to research that. That's a real concern. But we are now making more coal. We're now getting more coal, which is really useful. Our coal gain should hopefully be okay going forward now. Because eventually we're going to have to get... Eventually people are just going to have to stop. It's not a thrilling prospect, that's for sure. Oh, blimey. What are we going to do? At least we're kind of sorting out the... We're sorting out the issue with the coal now. That heater does not need to be on. I don't know why it's on. Because an automaton is working there. Anywhere an automaton is working, we really don't need the heaters on. That's fine. It's coal that we're spending that we don't need to be spending at the moment. Where are the coal thumpers? Where some of the other automatons are working. We can put some more workers in there, that's fine. There's an automaton there, but that's okay. I think we probably can't get any more steam coal mines down, because we've already got all the coal possible. They are, I think, making another automaton, so we could possibly use that in another coal mine. If we set up a new area, or maybe we can get some wood, because we do have wood, but it's coming in rather slowly at the moment. Well, actually, I say that 124 a day is not terrible. Well, we know what looms ahead, and it's very, very terrifying. I think with discontent and hope at an all-time low, or hope at an all-time low, discontent isn't too bad, but hope at an all-time low, we will leave it there for the time being. We have quite a few amputees, but we also have a lot of workers that we're not doing anything with, and I'm just struggling to find places to put them at the moment. We're pretty much, I guess, wherever we can, really. Anywhere to kind of put people to work is quite a useful thing. But we can continue this another time. Oh, we can put more people in the hunter's hut there. I guess some more food for the time being. We might want to think about some more resource depots as well for our coal. Maybe our food rations, we'll have to see. But I think we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.